All right, next we're going to try scumbling or dry brushing. For this, we're going to want to use a brush that is hard. When I push on these brushes, the bristles don't bend very easily because we are going to be pushing it onto the paper to make a texture. If you use a brush that bends easily, like my fan brush, when you push on it, the bristles bend, and we're not going to get that same texture. So you need a brush that is kind of stiff, and it can really stand up to being pushed down on the paper. So I'm going to demonstrate this in this section here. So you use a dry brush, it is not wet, and you dip it right into the paint. And as you can see, it makes a texture. And you do this just by dotting your brush up and down. This gives your painting texture and line movement, but if I get a little bit darker blue color here, you can actually add, this is a good way to add some shading and depth. So if I wanted to blend these colors together, I could add the blue here. And I can work by dotting this dry brush over the two colors to kind of blend them together. There, that kind of blended it a lot. I could add some more of that dark color to kind of add. So this is good. It adds like quite a texture to the painting, as you can see here. This would be good for like fur or grass or anything that has a little bit of a texture to it. I know it's kind of, if you get too much paint on your brush, you don't get the effect quite as much. So I'm going to try wiping a little bit off. And this brush is a little bit more flexible than this one. Let's see. Now this one you can see the texture a little bit more. All right, your turn to try. Go ahead, try different brushes. See what happens when you use them. Does a bendy brush make a different pattern? Try blending. Just play a little bit and see how scumbling or dry brush works.